Senate Democrats send an open letter to the ATF requesting that they crack down on ghost guns even harder. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What's up, Wolverines, and welcome back to the channel. Last week I was a little bit under the weather, and this week I have the flu, so yay for me. But you know what else is under the weather? The U.S. stock market, and I am protecting my assets by diversifying by investing in a Lear Capital Advantage IRA. Lear Capital is the gold standard in precious metals, and right now, if you call 1-800-741-0551, that's 1-800-741-0551, you can get your free investor's guide to gold and silver. Not only that, but you can also get free shipping and up to $15,000 in free silver. Lear Capital is a conservative company that believes in American values, and they support channels like mine. So go ahead and give them a call at 1-800-741-0551. One more time, that's 1-800-741-0551, or just check out the link in the description. Thank you for Lear Capital for making this video possible. And now we're going to be talking about a letter from the Senate that was sent to the ATF about unfinished frames and receivers. The letter was signed by anti-gun stalwarts such as Dick Blumenthal, Dick Durbin, Chris Murphy, Dianne Feinstein, who is definitely anti-gun, Cory Booker, Elizabeth Warren, and many others. These Senate Democrats want the ATF to crack down on companies that are selling blanks, that are basically unfinished frames with no drill bits and no jigs. And there might be a little bit of an issue here. That is because when the ATF argued in Morehouse up in North Dakota and also Division 80 down in Texas, they explicitly said that these cases were bunk because frames are not illegal. It was just the complete kits. So basically the ATF argued that people were still allowed to sell blanks. Originally, I thought blanks were not okay to sell, but since the ATF argued that they were okay to sell in Division 80 versus the ATF and also Morehouse versus Garland, I have changed my mind. And I think that they are okay to sell. I also think the ATF changed their minds when they got sued because they wanted a way out of the cases with a victory. The letter claims that companies are trying to skirt the law by just selling these blanks, which, let me remind you, the ATF said is perfectly okay. But the Senate Democrats are saying that the rule is clear and unambiguous that frames and receivers are firearms, which is exactly the opposite of what the ATF has argued in court. Basically, they want the ATF to go back and start enforcing a new made-up rule on these companies like Polymer 80 that sell blanks. But here's the thing. If the ATF was to do that, that means that they lied in court, which is not okay, which also gives more ammunition for people to go back at the ATF if they start going after blanks. So I don't see the ATF going after blanks. The only way that they could do that is through a new rule change, since they have said multiple times that blanks are okay to sell. These Democrats point to all sorts of made-up statistics about ghost guns, basically saying that all these ghost guns are recovered from crime scenes. What they don't mention is that the majority of the guns that they reference that are recovered from crime scenes actually had their serial numbers obfuscated off the frames. They were registered firearms, and somebody removed the serial number. So they are lumping those in with products such as Polymer 80s and other companies like that. There is a really, really sweet frame sold by 1776. I'm not going to really even talk about the name of it. You can go there and find out what it is, and then you can go to DLD Hardware and pick up a jig. It might be called the Geisler, it might not be. You have to go there and find out yourself. I am going to build one myself because I think they look really, really good, and the jigs on there are incredible. But let me get back to the story here. So, what do I think is going to happen? I don't think the ATF is going to do anything in regards to this letters because they really can't. They have painted themselves into a corner. And once again, that's what these power of these cases do. Even if you do lose a case, you can get the ATF to say something like blanks are okay to sell. And then in order for them to say it's not okay to sell, they have to either go back and say, whoops, we made a mistake, which brings up a whole other set of legal problems for them, or they have to do a new roll, which I don't see happening either. So I think that this letter is a bunch of white noise, and it is a bunch of malarkey just so they can campaign on that they are attacking these scary ghost guns. All right, that is it. I'm going to go get some rest, but remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps get my voice out there, and since I'm losing my voice and doing this while I am sick, it would make me feel a lot better. Also, remember that I love you very much because I really do. I love the gun community, and I love all of you. Stay ever vigilant, stay ever free, keep in the fight. I am out of here. Wolverine's mother...